Because when I found this truth, guess what happened? I put my birthday away. When I found this truth, I put the drugs away. When I found this truth, I quit whoring my sisters. When I found this truth, I started becoming a better man and a better person. Because now I know I'm on that narrow path. Now I know I'm on a righteous path. Now I know what I'm doing is going to get me somewhere.
Shalom. This is to all Israelite groups and all Israelite communities and all breakoffs from One West and breakoffs from breakoffs from breakoffs from breakoffs. No matter what rainbow uniform you wear, red, white, purple and white, all white, it don't matter. You should all treat the ISUPK like your weird, misunderstood Sabbaths. You shouldn't do anything until you counsel with the ISUPK. We'll tell you when and what to eat. We'll tell you who to marry. We'll tell you who to have sex with and how. We'll tell you how to resolve conflicts with your wives. We'll tell you how to resolve conflicts with your kids, your brothers, your sisters, your parents, your friends, everybody. We'll tell you when and how to pray. We'll tell you how to direct your life in a way that's pleasing to the Most High God of Israel and our Black King Yahushua, a.k.a. Jesus Christ. We will be to you instead of a God. Just like the Most High told Moses in Exodus 4:16 that Aaron would be to him instead of a mouth and he would be to Aaron instead of a God, that's what we'll do for you. It is what you all need because none of you know what the fuck you are doing. I pray you understand. Shalom.
People are in competition with each other to see who's not the brokest. There is no logical explanation for that. It's all vexation of spirit and vanity.
Pretend. It's all pretend. It's all pretend. They capping like they rich, but they pockets on E. Flexing on the ground, can't afford a white tee. 10 on the dash, but they borrowed that whip. Whole crew sweet, man, they suck like a tick. Diamonds they post, cubic fake in the flash. Saying they up, but they ain't really got the cash. Talking big meals, but they still eating noodles. Say they got shooters, but all of them poodles. Claim they got work, but they flipping no units. Yapping like a OG, but ain't got no influence. Run they mouth, but they ain't running no game. Acting like bosses, but they stuck in the slow lane. Catch them in person, they moving real timid. Internet thug, but in life they diminish. 100 on 100, but that's just a filter. Behind that phone, they a whole different type of nigga. Fake life, smoke and mirrors. I see the truth through veneers. You act rich, but I hear fear. You so broke, that's real clear. Fake life, smoke and mirrors. I see the truth through veneers. You act rich, but I hear fear. You so broke, that's real clear. I'm from the H where the flex get checked, where the ice on your neck might put you in debt. Claim they got bodies, ain't bust, not a threat. Say they got ops, but they text and they ex. Pull up in rentals, pretend they own it. Capping in the captions, they lifestyle phony. Talking in riddles, but the real ones decoded. You living for the likes, and you know that I know it. They say they outside, but they stay in disguise. Praying on angels to cover the lies. Caught up in the hype, and they drown in the vibe. I'm in the jungle, you barely survive. I don't need no filters, my scars is the proof. They post in the cap, I'm just posting the truth. Here's Doe-E with the H-Town bounce. If you got something to say to me, talk to my bank accounts. Pretend, fake life, smoke and mirrors. I see the truth through veneers. You act rich, but I hear fear. You so broke, that's real clear. Fake life, smoke and mirrors. I see the truth through veneer. You act rich, but I hear fear. You so broke, that's real clear.
If you got it, you got it. But if you don't got it, don't pretend and fake the fall. Don't perpetrate the fraud. Learn to be genuine and real with yourself. I'd rather be hated for who I am than loved for what I'm not. Practice on being loyal to yourself and respecting yourself and loving yourself. And once you love yourself, you express that to others. And honor all men. Yo, I'm out.
It's all pretend.
Seen heaven turn to hell, I gotta stay alive. Lord have mercy on my soul, stand by my side. I killed the old man and I watched him die. Lost a couple niggas, guess he wasn't my round. They play my niggas, lay you down, they all down the ride. Keep my gun in my arm, I gotta stay alive. I gotta stay alive. Keep my gun in my arm, I gotta stay alive. Tell me we don't live in hell. My brother doing 55 in that cell. Nigga claiming he your round here spin shell. Same nigga you put on to hit the stand and tell. How the fuck you turn your back on a nigga that love you? Treat your kids like my kids, treat you like a brother. I told my dog, let's leave the streets to serve the most high. He said, fuck that shit, he trying to sell another pie. His daddy killed him, put him in the trunk, set him on fire. His wife was pregnant, he ain't never get to see his child. Had me thinking to myself, what happened if I die? Look my babies in the eyes, I gotta stay alive. I put my ego on the shelf and my pride to the side. I'm with some niggas who gon' step and got God on their side. Got in the ISUPK, they keep asking me why. As I do the work of the Lord, I gotta stay alive. Face the east, pray alive. I seen heaven turn to hell, I gotta stay alive. Lord have mercy on my soul, stand by my side. I killed the old man and I watched him die. Lost a couple niggas, guess he wasn't my round. They play my niggas, lay you down, they all down the ride. Keep my gun in my arm, I gotta stay alive. I gotta stay alive. Keep my gun in my arm, I gotta stay alive.
You ever pump a pack with a snake by your side? Yes, I did. A man reach out to God before he died? Yes, I did. I know the Lord forgive us for these sins, but I'm starting to think the kingdom of heaven is for these kids. I told my daughter, there's one man in your bed, I won't stand for less. For my son, I hit your head on that fragile legs. I lost some niggas to that dope, I lost niggas to the feds. Remember Jono tried to stick me for that cheese on that bread, yeah, I was thugging with Lucky, that nigga left me for dead. Endure to the end, cause I listened to what was said. Mother told me she loved me when she was sick up in the bed. I was running them streets, but the truth made me a man. Shit, I don't really speak, cause she'll never understand. That's why I ain't even tell her about these voices in my head. I'm still trying to manage my anger like Uncle Craig.
I seen heaven turn to hell, I gotta stay alive. Lord have mercy on my soul, stand by my side. I killed the old man and I watched him die. Lost a couple niggas, guess he wasn't my round. They play my niggas, lay you down, they all down the ride. Keep my gun in my arm, I gotta stay alive. I gotta stay alive. Keep my gun in my arm, I gotta stay alive.
All right, clap it up. This is the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge, started out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commanding General Yohana. 1 second. Today is the Sunday Scripture Breakdown class in Killeen, Texas, where we go into the scriptures and break down whatever you have a question about. Shalom Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shabaraka Thumb to the brothers. Yahweh Shema Allah Thun by Shem Yahweh Shah to the sisters. If you got any questions, you can type it in the chat. We want to go into the most important topic of the Bible. Hopefully, I'm helping y'all understand it more and more every week. But the most important topic in the Bible is, type it in the chat. Let's see if y'all been paying attention. We definitely want to go into that today. But other than that, man, there's so much going on in the world which is helping you see how true that statement is. Let's see, has anybody said it yet? Nobody knows. That my boy, Shalat know. No, he know. Yeah, we want to see if okay, yeah, it's real no too. Cause it's definitely gotta get embroidered into your brain. It's so easy to lose focus on this topic that the world can't seem to remember. Because we look at the problem, we don't look at the origin of the problem. We see the sneeze, but we don't know where it comes from. So we want to talk about it. All right. So let's get to any questions that we got. I see a couple of them in there.
Go on, sir.
Oh, yeah.
First question is from a sister in Dallas. She said, would you, Baba Kashai, explain Genesis 1:26? Who was the Most High talking to when he said our image?
Okay.
This is the book of Genesis chapter 1, verse 26.
So like it 1 second. Okay, go ahead, read it.
The book of Genesis chapter 1, verse 26. And God said, let us make man in our image, after our likeness, and let them have dominion over the fish of the sea, and over the fowl of the air, and over the cattle, and over all the earth, and over every creeping thing that creepeth upon the earth.
Read again.
Come on. The book of Genesis chapter 1 and verse 26. And God said, let us make man in our image, after our likeness.
Okay, let me help people understand something. This says, God said, let us make man in our image and after our likeness, right? What verse are you in right now?
Verse 26.
Okay, let me see. This is something that everyone ignores when they read the creation story. Go up to, start at verse 1. Let me give you a little backstory.
Go on. The book of Genesis chapter 1 and verse 1. In the beginning, God created the heaven and the earth. Verse 2. And the earth was without form and void, and darkness was upon the face of the deep.
Go ahead.
And the Spirit of God moved upon the face of the waters. Verse 3. And God said, let there be light, and there was light. 4. And God saw the light, that it was good, and God divided the light from the darkness. Verse 5.
Drop down to verse 10. That's what I need.
Come. Verse 10. And God called the dry land earth, and the gathering together of the waters he called Aslakia. And the gathering together of the waters called he the seas. And God saw that it was good.
God saw what?
That it was good.
What do you see happening here? You're saying that God is creating something, and then he's looking at it and he's saying, "Oh, it's good." That's how we were taught. What's actually happening is Christ and the angels. No, I don't want to give it to you yet. Give me that scripture in Colossians where it says that everything was made. You know what I'm talking about? Oh, I got it. I'll find it. Everything. Colossians 1:16. Let me help you out. The Christian church has skewed the understanding of creation. And what you don't understand about creation is that you don't understand it. You think that what you were taught about creation is right. But now we're going to help you understand who the our image is. Read that.
Gun. It's the book of Colossians chapter 1, verse 16. For by him were all things created that are in heaven and that are in earth, visible and invisible, whether they be thrones or dominions or principalities or powers.
By who? Who's this talking about? Anybody? Go ahead.
This is talking about Christ.
This is talking about Christ. The Most High created Christ. That's what the Most High created Christ, and Christ created everything else. Christ and who? The angels. When you see the word God means what in the Hebrew?
It means power.
Power or powers.
God, sir.
The Allahayim, plural, right? So what's happening? Christ and the angels are creating for the Most High. The Most High is sitting, watching them create, and every time something is done, they present it to the Lord, and then the Lord says what?
It is good.
It is good. So then they go and create and make something else, and they show it to the Lord, and the Lord says, it is good. That's creation. The creation story is Christ and the angels creating for the Most High. Now, if you see it from he's the Most High power. He's not putting his hand on anything. Does the president go out and kill? Does the president fight in wars? The military fights in wars. And when the military, right now in Iran, was Iran or Iraq, the Iranians are mad at Donald Trump for killing their general, Soleimani, right? Did Donald Trump do that? No. Who did it? Donald Trump's word. Donald Trump's word is what got him killed. Well, the word of God is Christ. The Most High spoke, created Christ. Christ created everything else, and nothing else in the earth, invisible or seen or not seen, thrones under the earth, above the earth, meaning everywhere in the sea, in the space, everything was created by Christ and the angels. And when the Most High saw it, he said, what? It is good. So now we go back to verse 26 of Genesis.
This is the book of Genesis chapter 1, verse 26. And God said, let us make man in our image.
So now Christ is saying, let us make man in our image. Let me ask you a question. Are dogs made in the image of God? Are lions made in the image of God? No matter how much you train a dog can't think outside of its capacity. Meaning, you can't tell a dog not to eat pork and crab and shrimp and lobster, because a dog is going to eat whatever you lay in front of him. He's going to do whatever. A lion is going to eat whatever you lay in front of him. You're not going to train a lion to not eat, whatever his stomach tells him. But a man has the capacity to make decisions, create, kill, do everything that the Lord made. He's made with the Lord's reputation. That's what he made it. In the Lord's image, in his likeness. Well, that's what our King made us in the image of the Lord as. It's not just talking about head, toes, fingers, and all that. It's talking about with the reputation also, meaning you have the authority to be able to make decisions the way the Lord does. Keep going.
Come on. And let them have dominion over the fish.
Have dominion over what?
Over the fish.
Have dominion over the fish. And what else?
And over the fowl of the air.
Mm-hmm.
And over the cattle.
Mm-hmm.
And over all the earth.
See, animals don't have dominion over you because they're not made in the image and the likeness of God. You are made with dominion over things like the Lord is. That's why it says the head of man is Christ. It doesn't say the head of the Rockwaller is Christ because they're not made in the same image. The image that you are made in is in the image of the Most High. Keep going.
Come on. And over every creeping thing that creepeth upon the earth.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 27. So God created man in his own image. In the image of God created he him. Male and female created he them.
Guess who else is made in the image of God with the same likeness and the same mind frame? Women are too. Not horses. Not giraffes. Because you have dominion over them. That's why you put them in cages. Because you have dominion over them. You are the power. You are the Alahayim over the animals. You're the power structure. That's what you are. I think somebody at the door. That's what you are. You're the power structure over the animals because God gave you dominion over them. So when it comes to, what was the question? What was the question, Caucasian? Who is the we? The we are the angels in Christ. That's who the we is. Christ and the angels created everything for who? For the Most High. For the Most High's glory. Shalom says, how you doing? All right. Hopefully that answers your question. All right, let me get the next question.
Salaki, sir. Next question is next question from the same sister. She said, I see a lot of deaths from all nations and I feel sorry and sad for them. Does this mean I'm not on the right side of the Most High?
Okay, so you're asking because you have compassion for them in their death, are you out of the spirit? Okay, let me give you a good one to help you with that. Give me Matthew 5:5. Matter of fact, give me Psalms 37:11. I think that'll be a little more. Then we can go to Matthew 5:5. Psalms 37:11. Let me tell you something about Blacks, Hispanics, Native Indians. Blacks, Hispanics, Native Indians, you have something that the other nations don't have. The other nations lack this thing. And the reason we know they lack it is because through history, we have been enslaved to all nations. We were in slavery under the Assyrians, the Babylonians, the Persians and the Medes, the Grecians, the Romans. We've been in the dynasties of the Moabites. We've been under the Amorites. We've been all over the earth, enslaved under everyone. And everyone took advantage of us. Everyone raped and destroyed us and pillaged us. Well, when we get over them, we will never rape them. We will never do the nasty, disgusting things that they've done to us because we have rules on how to be rulers. The other nations don't have rules on rulership. So they're kind of winging it. They're kind of doing it. They're shooting from the hip. They're just doing what they think is right or doing what feels right to them. Well, this is why you feel that way. Read that.
Come on. It's the book of Psalm chapter 37, verse 11. But the meek shall inherit the earth.
Who?
The meek shall inherit the earth.
The meek. You're meek, sis. You're kind. And you see what's happening to these babies and these women and children all over the earth. And you're saying, oh, I'm going to pray for them. That's what you're saying. When they see what happened to you, you know what they say? Well, it's because they're a thug. Because they're criminals. See, children, you see what's happened to those black kids? You see why they're getting deported? They're getting deported because they came over here illegally. When you see it, you say, oh, those poor children and poor men and women were just trying to have a better life. God knows that you deserve to be the rulers. That's why the meek shall inherit the earth. Keep going.
Come on. And shall delight themselves in the abundance of peace.
And shall what?
Delight themselves in the abundance of peace.
What's going to make the world a better place? A peaceful people. The Lord is a man of war. So what spirit do we have in us? War. But what else do we have in us? Peace. Because guess what? The only way to get to peace is through war. And we know how to have it. We know how to have both. But we would rather be at peace.
Yeah, sir.
And that's the reason we haven't torn this place up. Because we don't want to go to war. But we're like the children, that one quiet kid in class. That one quiet kid in class that just needs for somebody to push the wrong button. And when you press that button, he's going to tear the classroom up. That's us. And you know what the Lord is doing? The Lord is showing us no matter how much we try to love them, no matter how much we try to unite, no matter how much we try to show meekness and humbleness to everyone else, they will never give that to you. So why are you feeling this compassion? It's because you don't understand all of the crimes and all of the evil they've done toward us. You don't even know it. And that's the reason you feel that you should have sympathy for them. Like when you see certain things that happen on the news, and you say, well, that's what he get. You know, he went in there and messed with them kids. That's what he get. I heard he went into prison and they shanked him. Well, that's what he get. You know not to have mercy for a criminal. And you know that certain criminals don't deserve mercy. But you don't know how evil your enemies are. You don't know it. Because you're so kind and so compassionate. You ignored the evil that they've committed against you. You've ignored it. You don't even see slavery the way it really is. You ignore that they ate us. They ate us. I mean, do y'all know that? Have y'all ever heard about that?
Oh, sir.
Only here, you never heard that before. Yeah, they ate us like a delicacy, like a bag of chips. There's a book called The Delectable Negro. Now imagine how mad you would be if you saw your food walking around free now. Grapes and oranges and apples, chips with rights and, calling the police and, and now come on now, you know how mad you would be? Well, that's how the oppressor sees you. He's like, who's giving them rights? Who's giving these Doritos the right that I can't eat them anymore? The right to bear arms? So you telling me the Doritos got the right to bear arms? You are a Dorito to a white man. But now you're a Dorito that can't be eaten publicly. You have to be captured and eaten in the house. That's why your oppressor has refrigerators full of you. You know, your sausages now in your oppressor's freezers.
Right.
You know, he has to break you down and cut you into ham slices. Why? Because they are cruel. And you don't even know that. You don't even know how they took your hair and filled it up with king size mattresses or filled couches with your hair. You don't know how they fill pillows with your head. You don't realize how on those postcards there were white people standing there looking at you hang from a tree with their children. You don't even take it into consideration because you're so what's the word I'm looking for? What's the word? It's not as serious as it should be to you. What's the word I'm looking for?
Nonchalant.
No. It's something that they do to you. So it's just like now nobody cares that they talking about UFOs. 20, 30 years ago, scroll down, somebody probably wrote it on there. 20, 30 years ago, if you said something about UFOs, it was like, oh my God. Now, well, we got a UFO and we got some aliens. And, you know, we like, whatever. Nobody's taking nothing that they say serious anymore because we've been, damn, I can't even think of the word. I'm tired. Salakia.
Desensitized.
Desensitized. Who said that?
The sister.
Thank you. We've been desensitized to all of the things that's going on. Now you watch horror movies and you see people get eaten and killed all the time. So now what? When you hear about it on the news, you say what? Oh, well, that's just like Jeffrey Dahmer. That's just like, you know, you just pick a movie that desensitized you and you say, oh, that's not a big deal. That's the reason Hollywood made the movie. So that the white man couldn't be a monster to you. He's just like a character in a fictional movie. I hope you know that Jeffrey Dahmer is a real person. That wasn't that's not a fake movie. It's not make believe. That's based on a true story.
Right.
Because that's who they are. So how do you feel when you see little children get hurt? Oh man, look at those babies. I feel sorry for them. That's why you deserve to rule the earth. Give me Matthew now.
Come on. If I may, sir.
Go ahead.
It's heavy what you're saying. Like, I was watching Cross the Line earlier, and it's always an argument that our oppressor always bring up whenever we talk about the crimes that's been committed to us. They always say, oh, that happened to everybody. And they start to talk about all the different not so egregious crimes that happen to these other nations. And we so compassionate, like before I came in the truth, like we would actually empathize and just take it on the chin. Like, you know what?
Right.
It has happened everywhere.
Yeah, sure has. It's happened to you and me. You know, the first place they love to go when we talk about slavery is the Irish.
Right.
Well, I'm Irish, and we were slaves. And I always remind them that that's white on white crime. And then where do they go? Well, Africans sold Africans. What they got to do? They have to try to desensitize it. They got to make it little.
Right.
No, Africans sold the Jews. See, you are compassion. They are not. And that's why God has to bring justice to this world. Because you would never get justice because you're too kind. Read what you got.
Come. It's the book of Matthew, chapter 5, verse 5. Blessed are the meek, for they shall inherit the earth.
The Bible says you should be blessed for your kind heart and your sweet spirit. That's why you are going to inherit the earth. Because you're so loving and compassionate. But God is going to have to bring the vengeance to show how ugly things can get when you mess with a compassionate people. He got to show you the ugly side of these people. The Most High is going to show you how ugly blacks and Hispanics could get. And it is the white man's Freddy Krueger. It's his nightmare. It's his horror story. If you want to make a movie that scares white people to death, what was that movie, that Birth of a Nation? Oh my God, they hated that movie. They didn't want that movie to air. Because to see black people running up and down the street, running in the houses of white people, that is too inspiring. Because it could wake up something in us. You know what it can wake up? The anger. You know what the white man has kept alive in blacks and Hispanics? His love, his compassion. And who did he tell us wanted us to be compassionate and loving? How did he get us to keep it for so long? Who did he tell us this wants you to be loving and compassionate? Who? Who did he say wants us to love him forever? Love everybody.
Say God.
God. And you know what black people do? They love God. White Jesus? White Jesus said, love your neighbor. And I stay next door to you. So thou shalt not steal, and thou shalt not kill. Love me. That's the reason you haven't torn the streets up. Because we were at camp last night till 11 o'clock, and I was standing there arguing with an Issacharite brother all night about how he should love us. And you know who he was fighting for? Them. I says, if the Ku Klux Klan was standing out here right now saying, we hate black people, you would stand with them and say, yes, we hate black people because they are the thugs and the gangsters. I said, but now that I'm telling you, we should come together and not love everyone else, you're telling me, but what about everyone else? That's the problem. That love that we have, when we love something, we are loyal to the love. God is like, why can't y'all be this loyal to me? The Lord is like, I love the love that you have. I just wish you would use it for me. You're stiff-necked against what I want you to do, against my love, against the way I want you to be, but you love to love against me. The Lord is jealous over the love we have for everyone else. Well, the reason you are not as angry as you should be is because you don't know what's happened. But once you keep coming to class, the first emotion that you're gonna feel especially when you're new in the school, what's the first emotion you start to feel? Let me see if anybody can get it. When you first come into the school and you start hearing all this every day and you keep coming to class, what's the first emotion you start to feel? Anybody?
Sister Kappa said anger.
Anger. That's it. Why? Why do you feel anger? Because you've always known something was wrong with this whole thing. You've always kind of felt like, man, this happening to us. Ain't nobody gonna do nothing? Nobody gonna say nothing about this? What's going on? Oh, we gotta love each other. And they just pour water on your anger. You get fired up about something, you see somebody die, you see something happen, some type of injustice, and you say, we should be saying something. Somebody will come out and say, love everybody. We can't be mad. They pour water all over your fire. And you come into the truth, and you hear us openly say that the white man is the devil. He's a murderer and a thief and a robber, and God is going to destroy him because of what he's done to us. And you're like, I knew I wasn't crazy. All of you are crazy for not being angry. Now, I feel bamboozled, feel lied to. I'm angry. I'm pissed off that all this time I could have been mad and you made me feel wrong for loving my people.
Right.
For having compassion for my people, for caring about mine. I could have been there for so many people, but you told me it was wrong for me to be there for them because I have to be there for who? Everybody. No. Now the Bible makes sense when it says no man can serve two masters. Now it makes sense when it says all these things that didn't make sense. Oh, okay. Well, the Bible says you're going to inherit the earth because you are meek and compassionate. Keep reading.
Go on, come. Verse 6. Blessed are they which do hunger and thirst after righteousness.
After what?
After righteousness.
After money.
After righteousness.
After wealth.
After righteousness.
What is it that makes you such a good people? Because your hunger and thirst used to be for righteousness. We had a morality as a people where if you was a girl and a song came on and you put your hands on your knees, a shoe would be coming from the kitchen. Do you understand that? A shoe would be flying from the other room, from a rocking chair. Because your granny knew that when you heard that song, you were going to do this. She already took her shoe off. And threw the shoe around the corner, the shoe hit the corner like this and slapped you upside the head. Why? Because that's not righteous. They would call you a hussy. You little fast heifer. Why? Because your thirst should be to be moral. You was a young man and you wasn't handling business like you were supposed to. You wasn't having manners and being respectful, saying yes, ma'am, yes, sir. What? You were a piece of shit. Why? Because our nation has always been an outstanding, upright people. And now we've become so white. Now that we disrespect our parents. Now we are cussing our parents out and smoking weed with our parents and doing all of this evil because we don't thirst for righteousness anymore. We thirst to fill our lusts, to fill our stomachs with the carnality of our own mind. Well, you're not going to get the kingdom of heaven if that's what you're hungry for. If you're not compassionate, you're not thirsting to do what's right, what's next?
In the verse?
Yeah.
Blessed are they which do hunger and thirst after righteousness, for they shall be filled.
You're the ones that's going to get what you need because of what you are serious about. Why was Solomon granted all the wisdom and the knowledge of the planet? Why? Anybody know? Go ahead.
Because that's what he asked the Lord for. That's what
he
was
asked
hungry
for. He asked for riches. What did he ask the Lord for?
Wisdom.
That's it. He didn't say, Lord, I'm about to be a king, so make me the richest, most powerful king that the world has ever seen. He said, Lord, I'm about to be a king and I need to lead your people. And I need wisdom and knowledge. The Lord say, oh, you want to be righteous? Well, you know what? I'm going to give you wisdom, knowledge, riches, power, glory forever. That's what I'm going to give you. Because that's what he thirsts for. The reason it's so hard for you to see a little baby cry and hurt, because you have compassion. Well, these people that don't have compassion, they're going to get what they've given. That's what they're going to get. Any more questions?
The concert. The sister asks, why does the ISUPK celebrate Juneteenth when it is a holiday of the world?
We celebrate anything that represents Black people. We need a win. Can we have some time where we can just love each other and have a reason to sit down with each other and barbecue and eat and laugh and drink? If the world was about unity, then the world would celebrate Juneteenth too. If America was about the unity of all people, then they would also celebrate Juneteenth. We wouldn't celebrate the 4th of July if it was all about world unity, because in 1776, everyone wasn't free. Who got freedom in 1776, July the 4th? White people.
Right.
But June 19th, what was that, 1886? Black people received freedom from white people. So now, who's free? Who's free now on June 19th?
Supposed to be everybody.
Everybody now. Everybody's free. Why isn't Juneteenth celebrated like the 4th of July? Why aren't there fireworks in the air for Juneteenth? They don't even have fireworks stands up for Juneteenth. If you wanted fireworks, you couldn't even go buy fireworks for Juneteenth because it's not a celebration. Which lets you know the only time you can celebrate is when it's a white celebration. Why do we celebrate it? Because damn, can we have a day where we can come together and eat and enjoy each other? We're going to always talk about anything Black or Hispanic where we got to win. Well, we have something where we can say, you know, thank you, Lord. It's called a memorial. And there's a lot of memorials in the Bible that we remember. There was a time during Esther where we had a memorial. There's a time in the Apocrypha, a couple of memorials in the Apocrypha. There's a lot of memorials where we got to win. The Feast of Dedication is a memorial. It is us getting a win. We're going to war, we fighting, and we winning. And we remember those days. Well, same thing we're doing now. We're remembering the time where we supposedly got freedom. Let me help you understand something. I hope y'all don't think we're free. Hope you don't think we're free. Because if you think we're free, then you are sadly mistaken. Let me ask y'all a question. Why did the U.S. founding fathers separate from Great Britain? Let me see if anybody can answer that. Anybody know that? Go ahead.
Because they was being oppressed by the British.
They were being oppressed. Funny. I like the words you use. He said they were being oppressed by the British. What was the oppression?
They was being overly taxed.
They were being what? Taxed. You know what the oppression that separated the Great British to the 13 original colonies? Taxes. Do you pay taxes? Huh? Do you pay taxes? Salakia, brother, do you pay taxes? Do you pay taxes? You better. She says, I better pay taxes. You know what a white man would say is happening to him by paying taxes? He would say, this is war. You know, the rich white people fight not to pay taxes. Right now to this day. Why do I got to pay taxes? You know why? Because taxes is a form of oppression. You tax the people that are under you. You get them to fund your life. You use their money. And can you just imagine a white man in Britain walking in the store and getting in Arizona and seeing that 99 on the can, and he go up to the counter and they say, boop, that'll be $1.08. 8 cents. What you mean 8 cents? You trying to tell me that you added 8 cents to this? Hey, mate, they taxing us. Yeah, I seen that. Yeah, we got to burn it down. That's what free people think. You know what slaves think? Oh, well, you know, taxes is what you got to have to rule. You got to have taxes. That Let me show you that in the Bible. Let me show you how evil taxes are. Give me Proverbs 21 and 25. Let me give you that real quick. Proverbs, read that. 24.
Oh, God. It's the book of Proverbs, chapter 21, verse 24. Proud and haughty scorner is his name.
No, I'm sorry. Proverbs 12 and 24. It's a lot.
It's the book of Proverbs, chapter 12 and verse 24. The hand of the diligent shall bear rule, but the slothful shall be under tribute.
See, the diligent are going to rule. That's what we're trying to make you, diligent. We're trying to make you aware of everything that's going on so that you can bear rule. But the slothful, the people that's comfortable here, that love this place, the slothful shall do what?
But the slothful shall be under tribute.
Be under what?
Under tribute.
But the slothful, they're going to be comfortable here. They're going to love America. They're going to pay tribute. And they're not going to have a problem with it. Christ knew that whoever pays taxes is a slave to whoever they pay taxes to. And he was trying to teach his men that. And that's the same thing we got to teach you so that you won't be slothful. Where's that scripture at when Christ said that? Christ said, to whom do they pay taxes? That's what you need. To whom do they? It's Matthew. Wait, I know how to find it. Wait 1 second. Give me Matthew 17. Matthew 17 and 24. Yeah, read that. This is going to help you understand how you're still a slave. Christ was teaching this, but people read this and they breeze over it. They breeze over it. Go ahead, read what you got.
Come. The book of Matthew, chapter 17, verse 24. And when they were come to Capernaum, they that received tribute money came to Peter and said, doth not your master pay tribute?
It's like the tax collectors came to Peter, was like, hey, your master don't pay taxes? Where's your master's tax money? They trying to trip Christ up. Christ talking all this revolutionary separate from the Romans talk. They was like, so what? He don't pay taxes? Go ahead.
Come. Verse 25. He said, yes. And when he was come into the house, Yahushua prevented him, saying, what thinkest thou, Simon? Of whom do the kings of the earth take custom or tribute?
He say, listen now, focus. Who do the kings of the earth take tribute from? Give the options.
Okay. Of their own children?
Of the people of their own land? Of their own children? Of their kinfolk? Or what?
Or of strangers?
Or of the strangers. The people that's not their family. What did Peter say?
Come. Verse 26. Peter saith unto him, of strangers.
Of who?
Of strangers.
Of another nation.
Of strangers.
Yeah, of the people that's not of their land, not of their children. They take tribute from the other nations, the strangers. Go ahead.
Okay. Yahushua saith unto him, then are the children free.
Then are the what?
Then are the children free.
Well, you know what that means? That means that the children are free, but the strangers are in bondage, are in captivity. That's what you don't understand. You are not free. Right now, 2026, you paying taxes because you're a stranger in this land. What are we trying to do? We're trying to free you from the land so you don't pay taxes. What are you to do?
You tax.
Yeah, you receive them. That's what we're trying to do. We're trying to get you to be able to be free. Receive taxes. Well, if we get an opportunity to get a win from Juneteenth, it's just one step closer. Now we're going to have more classes like this to teach you and to show you that you are not free yet. Because all you did was got out of slavery to be taxed. You got out of one field to go into another field. Want me to show you that you still a slave? When you were a slave, where did you work at?
The plantation.
Plantation, which was normally what?
The field.
A field. All right. Now what do they call your occupation? Yeah. What do they call your occupation now? If I ask you, what kind of work do you do? What would you say?
Salakia.
What do they call your work that you do now? They say, what field
good night
of business are you in? What field of work are you in? What field are you in? Oh, I'm a dentist. I'm a doctor.
Good night.
I'm a lawyer. Oh, I work in the trucking field. I work in the, in the hair business, in the hair field. Guess where you still at? You're still in the field.
Good night.
I'll be damned. You mean to tell me you're still in the field? Well, guess what? The children are free, but the strangers are not. You still in the field. The white man is receiving taxes from you because he's free. So yeah, let us have Juneteenth where we can have a day from the field. All right.
Good night. One more question, if you
come on. Hey, y'all, can you give me one of them energy drinks out the freezer?
So it's I believe this is a brother. He said, I have a question on why our people have compassion for heathens, but if a brother does some crime, it's end of the world, no compassion, all way to the law.
Yeah, because we hate each other. That's why. You have compassion on people that you care about. You have no compassion on the people that you don't care about. We hate each other. We've always hated each other. We hated each other during every time period. We loved each other for 40 years? Barely. Under David and Solomon. Other than that, we've been hating each other. Well, let me help you understand something. When Christ said, love you one another, pull that scripture up for me.
Go on.
Christ said, love you one another. He said something at the beginning of that. What scripture is that? Where we going? John 13. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's it. Read what it say right there.
It's the book of John, chapter 13, verse 34. A new commandment.
Oh, what?
A new commandment.
Why do you say that? Why do you have to start with that? A new commandment. Did Christ bring some new commandments? Okay, let's read the new commandment. Let's see, is this something that we never heard before?
A new commandment I give unto you, that ye love one another.
Why did Christ have to say that? Why did he have to say, let's try something new, y'all? Listen, I know this is foreign. I know we've never done this before, but I'm giving you a new commandment because we've always hated each other. Since the beginning of time. Since the beginning of time. Two brothers came out of the womb. The first pair of brothers that came out of the womb. How did that end? Huh? The two first sons of Adam came out of the womb. How did that end, huh? Who hated who? The righteous brother was hated by the wicked brother. There has always been a fight against good and evil. That's the real battle on the earth. It's not color. It's good versus evil. What did the Lord tell Cain? Go hold that right there. Abiel, go to Genesis. What's that? 3? Oh no, 4. 4 and 7, I think. Read that for me.
Colonel Wakan, this is the book of Genesis, chapter 4 and verse 7. Oh, you want to when Cain killed Abel?
Nah, I won't if you do good.
Colonel Wakan, sir. 4 verse 7. If thou doest well.
Go up a verse before that.
Colonel Wakan, verse 6. And the Lord said unto Cain.
Go to verse before that.
Colonel Wakan, verse 5. But unto Cain and to his offering he had not respect.
Go to the verse before that.
Verse 4. And Abel.
Yeah.
He also brought of the firstling of his flock and of the fat thereof. Mm-hmm. And the Lord had respect unto Abel and to his offering.
Why did the Lord respect Abel's offering? Was it because he was black? Huh? Was it because of his race? Because of his heart. Abel obeyed. The Lord was like, yeah, I like that. I respect that. That's what I like to see. Keep going.
Colonel Wakan, verse 4. It's like verse 5. But unto Cain and to his offering he had not respect. And
go ahead.
And Cain was very wroth, and his countenance fell.
Now wait. Cain didn't obey and give God what he wanted, and he had the attitude. And who was he mad at? Who was he mad at?
Abel.
He was mad at his brother. Why did he hate his brother?
Because his brother was righteous.
That's it. Now, once you realize that, you are hated for being righteous, for wanting to do what's right. That's where the hatred comes from. The hatred comes from you having a desire to do what's right. That's why the scriptures say that the meek will inherit the earth, because your thirst is for righteousness. The wicked's thirst is for evil. Cain was mad at his brother because his brother did what God said. Keep going.
Colonel Wakan, verse 7. If thou doest well.
If you what?
If thou doest well. Shall thou not be accepted?
He said, all you have to do is do what's right. I'll be pleased with you too. I don't want to be displeased with you, but you don't want me to be pleased with you. You want me to be happy with whatever you give me. You want to do what you want to do, and I'm supposed to love you how you are. Doesn't that sound very familiar? Love is love. I can love what I want to love. You see, if you do things your way, then now you have to worry about God's wrath, him being wroth with you. But if you do what's right, you will be accepted. The Lord will love you. The Lord will bless you. Keep going.
Colonel Wakan. And if thou doest not well, sin lieth at the door.
If you don't do what's right, then who gonna be waiting on you?
Sin lieth at the door.
Go ahead.
And unto thee shall be his desire, and thou shalt rule over him.
Guess what? If you don't do what's right, then you're going to join the demon. You're going to join the sin. You're going to join the lust. And that's who you're going to rule over. Your desire, hatred. This ain't new. Brothers hating each other. Brothers want to fully persecute their own people and say, oh, a black man, throw the book at him. A white man, stroke their hair in court. You killed my brother, it's okay, I forgive you. That's been here. Keep going.
Going to Wakan, verse 8. And Cain talked with Abel his brother, and it came to pass when they were in the field, Cain rose up against Abel his brother and slew him.
How white of Cain. You know, Esau was a man of the field. He had the spirit to kill his brother away from home where nobody could see it because what he knew he was doing was wrong. Well, that's how we've been for so long. So what did Christ say in Matthew? I told you to stay where we was at. Go ahead.
A new commandment.
Oh, what?
A new commandment.
You know why it was new? Because Cain and Abel didn't get it. Jacob and Esau didn't get it. Ishmael and Isaac didn't get it. The brothers all through the Bible, the 12 tribes didn't get it. Judah and them threw down Joseph in a ditch and got him sold into slavery. How many brothers in the Bible couldn't stand each other? The 12 tribes of Israel have been divided all through history. Why? Because loving each other is new to blacks and Hispanics. Christ said, man, a new commandment that I give unto you, that you what?
That ye love one another.
That you do what?
That ye love one another.
Man, I got something new we gotta try. Love. You know what we not lacking on? Plex. We ain't lacking on the plex. We know how to do that very well. We are great at fighting each other. Just not too good at loving each other. That's the reason we can throw the book away at each other and you know, kill and shoot and slide and rock. What they call it? Give me some terms.
Slide on the ops.
Slide on the ops. Who else? What else we got? Ride down. Come on. I know y'all know some of that vernacular. Give me some of that hood vernacular. That's what we do.
Wipe a nigga nose.
Yeah, wiping. Yeah, We wiping all the snot off your nose. Why? Because it's a new thing to love each other. So, the best thing that you have to learn when you come in here is brotherhood. That's the foundation to us finally fixing the problem we've been having as a nation. The number one topic in the Bible that everybody should know is that the white man is the devil. After you learn that, the next thing that you need to learn is brotherhood. Because the first thing that the white man attacked was our brotherhood. That was his focal point,
right,
of attacking us loving each other. The serpent in the garden attacked the family structure. What about the man being the head of the household? When the family structure broke down, the cause of that family structure breaking down was the brotherhood breaking apart. Adam and Eve got kicked out the garden and broke the family structure. Cain and Abel were born. Cain killed Abel because the family structure was broken. What do we have to do? We got to fix the family. We have to love one another. Give me Deuteronomy 28. Let me show you what this is that we're seeing happening to us. Deuteronomy 28. Give me 32.
Come on, God. This book of Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 32.
Yeah, what they're blowing the show for. Somebody go take that show for them Christians. Go ahead, keep reading.
Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given to another people, and thine eyes shall look and fail with longing for them all the day long, and there shall be no might in thine hand.
Yeah, that's give me verse 30. Salakia.
Verse 30. Thou shalt betroth the wife, and another man shall lie with her. Thou shalt build an house, and thou shalt not dwell therein.
This is a curse. You're going to have a wife, and another man is going to sleep with your wife. That's what's happening. Your family is being broken up because your wife doesn't even understand that y'all are married. I'll be on the door. She doesn't even understand that y'all are married because you just slept with her and she thinks that was just sex. She doesn't even understand that it was marriage. So you know what she go and do just because it was just sex? Your wife goes and sleep with another man because she doesn't even know she's married. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine how many times you've had sex and you or her didn't know that y'all were getting married? You know what? When we start teaching people that sex is marriage, you know what they say? If I knew sex was marriage, then I wouldn't have did a lot of stuff that I did. That's the problem. That's why Christ is telling you this is a new thing that we love each other, because the old thing was hating each other and everything we did was hatred toward one another. Even the sex. It was hateful. And you know who it affected? It affects our children. It affects our children now. Our children are destroyed. Now our children are calamities that have to happen. Calamity has to happen to our children for our ignorance and what we did just doing stuff. Keep going.
Come. Thou shalt plant a vineyard, and thou shalt not gather the grapes thereof.
Read 54.
Come.
That's what I was looking for.
Verse 54. So that the man that is tender among you and very delicate, his eyes shall be evil toward his brother.
The man, the young man, the tender and delicate is a young man. The man that is tender and delicate among you, his eyes shall be evil toward the other nations.
His brother.
Toward his brother. Keep going.
Come. And toward the wife of his bosom.
And toward his wife.
And toward the remnant of his children.
You see how this all works together? So what did Christ have to say? A new commandment I give unto you.
Right.
Why? Because the curse is so thick on you, you hate your brother. Therefore, you hate your wife. You also hate your children. And when you hate them, what do? The remnant of his children, which what?
Which he shall leave.
He shall what?
He shall leave.
You leave them. Because you're not taught to love them. You're not taught to love your brother. You know, your children, those are your brothers and your sisters. That's what they are. They're a bone of your bone and the flesh of your flesh. And you're showing them that we are living in a curse. What you're showing them. Keep going.
Come, sir. Verse 55. So that he will not give to any of them of the flesh of his children whom he shall eat.
And you're not going to be able to give them nothing. You're going to destroy them. That's what you're going to do. You can't give them nothing because you don't have nothing to give. Everything's been taken from you. So what did Christ have to come on the scene and say? Go back to John.
Okay. A new commandment I give unto you, that ye love one another.
Keep going.
As I have loved you.
As what?
As I have loved you.
What did Christ do to show his love for us?
He died.
He gave himself for us. That's what he did. That's what you're going to have to do to show your brothers. You're going to have to stop smoking, stop, having just doing these evil things that you're doing to show the world that you for real about loving your brother. What you're going to have to do. Then you'll stop throwing the book at your brothers when something happened. You'll start to have compassion for him because you'll start to understand that, he's cursed. He's destroyed. He doesn't even know that what he's doing is hate towards me. Do you know that when people say that we're a hate group, that they don't know they're fighting against their army? When they say that we're a hate group, they don't know that they're actually fighting against the people that love them. They don't even know it because they're only focused on everyone else that thinks that what they're saying is good. They're not thinking about the people that really give a damn. Next question.
If I may, sir.
Come on.
I had a video on this topic. If you want me to play it,
Please.
it's pretty much it's a Edomite on his podcast, and he's talking to a whole panel of, like, the Edomite's the guest, and he's talking to a whole bunch of black people about why black fatigue makes sense. And in the room, all the black folks is agreeing with him. So like,
yeah.
and it's
you might
let me share it, Salaki.
Put that up. Like this gonna be a good one.
Salaki.
be a big fan of murder because I always hear black guys in music sing about murder. Yeah. Oh, you're a black lady. You might be a slut because I always hear black ladies singing about being sluts. It doesn't mean all. But like you said, if it's what sells, and then at a certain point, white people feel like, well, wait, I'm allowed to say, I don't want that around my kids. I don't want to raise, that's a bad culture. And then black people go, well, it's our culture. And so then white people are going, well, if it is, then I guess we kind of need a divorce. That's what black fatigue.
Yeah, and I don't think it's our culture. I say that's the subculture. No, but it is black culture. That is one. Yeah, that is true. Mainstream black. I think that is one black culture. Rap. You think about rap. Music is like the peak what shows what the culture is, and it is so derogatory, so bad. Like whenever a rapper makes a song about murdering someone, and it's not like a pretend thing, like they really doing it in real life. And then, but we scream Black Lives Matter in the same breath. But then these people are killing and glorifying killing. That's not a problem, you know. But you're offended if someone makes one joke or says the trigger word, yeah, you know.
And it's so like it's okay. In other words, I get the part. Not everything is true. Like Alice Cooper, you know, he'd be decapitated on sort of Marilyn Manson, or you know, you listen to metal. I don't think that Ronnie James Dio was slaying an actual dragon. Like I get it. But when it's all of the biggest hits and the artists and it's continuous and it's thrust, and then you're blamed saying, well, I don't really think that's a good culture to have. Like, well, then what are you, racist? That's what white people are going, I guess so.
No mask, no fear, no shame. And as much as a lot of people are going to be angry and upset with what he's saying, and I do believe that guy was on the right path. So it's
let me tell you how destroyed we are as a people. That black culture is music. Did you hear what all of them said?
Come on, sir.
You mean to tell me that we have been reduced down to our culture being music?
Right.
That is who we are performers. That's to a white person. Black people are just performers, and their culture is music. Go ahead.
Now, if I could, sir, it's heavy that you saying that because yesterday it was like 3 random people, white people, that walked up to us at camp was like, "Who are y'all, a dance group?" It's like you.
God damn. They always think that we have something to do with some type of performers, right? Because black people are entertainers. What field are black people in? The entertainment industry.
Right.
What are black people? Singers, dancers, and they play sports. They're artists. You're not taken serious with real jobs. You know, nobody takes you serious with real jobs. You're just an entertainer. Let me tell you what real black culture is. The Bible. Real black culture is ruling the earth.
Right.
Being the governors and the kings and the priests. Your identity is rulership. Your God is the creator of everything. Your king is going to rule everything, and you're going to rule everything under him, and everyone is going to worship God because of how glorious and beautiful and strong and intelligent you are. That's your culture. Not rapping and singing and dancing and flipping and jumping and dunking. That's not your culture. That is a false identity of who the white man has made you into being right now. Give me Psalms 137. Let me show you how you should really feel about that. Because this is what David said. David said if we would have ever become entertainers, that he would just die. What he said. Go to verse 1.
Come on. It's the book of Psalms, chapter 137, verse 1. By the rivers of Babylon, there we sat down, yea, we wept when we remembered Zion.
Let me tell you, what we should do is we should mourn when we think about our homeland. Problem is, we don't know where we're from. Where you from? Africa, Mexico, Jamaica, Haiti. That's not who you are. David said they used to sit down and weep when they thought about home. Keep going.
Come on. Verse 2. We hanged our harps upon the willows in the midst thereof.
No, we use our harps.
We hanged our harps.
Listen, David was a bad harp player. David would get a demon off you with that harp. David used to play the harp for the king. He used to soothe the king's demons with his music. David played some music that'll knock a demon off you. That's what he did. And David would knock you into another dimension. You will wake up a baby. You know that David, David was good at playing music, and he would kill you. You know that, right? He was good with his hands all the way around. He had how many wives? He played the harp. He had 12 wives, and he had thousands of bodies. He wasn't just an entertainer. No. David said, when I think about not being at home, it makes me not want to entertain. It makes me not want to play music. I only play music where? Where do I play music at? Where do I entertain at? What is David saying? What's the only place he want to play his harp at? Anyone? Where?
Home.
At home. I do that for the family. I do that in the crib. Back in the day, that's how the Jackson 5 got started. The Jackson 5 got started in the living room. Shoo-doo-wop. That's where it got started, in the living room. And they took that show on a road. Well, David said, when I think about it, I hang my harp up. Keep going.
Go on. Verse 3. For there they that carried us away captive required of us a song.
But who? The captor, the oppressor, requires you to be a entertainer. Entertainment is a slave's job. Go ahead, Congressman.
If I may, sir, what was driving me about that video is they sitting in there allowing the biggest murderer in the world tell them about how they're exhausted with the people who they put in slavery.
Yeah, you know why? Because to them, they're the biggest murderers in the world.
Right.
You see how that's why we say what?
The white man is the devil.
He's the devil. The murderer sits in a room with you and tells you you're the murderer.
Right.
Imagine Jeffrey Dahmer sitting in here and saying, you black people are something. You're something evil. And you sitting there like, yeah, you're right. No, he got a point. He got a point, y'all. I mean, I did shoot at some people. He got a freezer full of people. He got a freezer full of people. You shot at people and didn't hit nobody. But you sitting there like, yep. Well, the Bible is telling you that entertainment is a slave's job because the captor made them do what? They carried us away captive did what?
For there that carried away, that carried us away captive required of us a song. And they that wasted us required of us mirth.
They that did what to us?
They that wasted us.
They that did what?
Wasted us.
What does it mean to be wasted?
To take your life, to kill you.
To be destroyed.
Destroyed. They that destroyed us required of us mirth. What is mirth? Required us to do what? To be what?
Happy and
happy.
singing.
That's what it means. The people that destroyed you said, you better be happy with your entertainment. You better be happy with these concerts. You know, Patti LaBelle and Aretha Franklin and all them old women gotta go and still do concerts. That's why Usher old ass is joining with Chris Brown, because his old ass gotta get up there and dance and be 17 again and sing My Way so he could pay these damn bills.
Right.
That's what he gotta do. Why? Because that's the only way he gonna get them bills paid. That's the only way. And you better be happy. What they say? Sing what?
Saying, sing us one of the songs of Zion.
Sing us what?
One of the songs of Zion.
Imagine you standing in the arena singing with 1 million people. Babylon is falling. Sing with me, y'all. To rise no more. Everybody. Babylon is falling. Is that what you say? Sing us one of those good old Negro spirituals. Amazing. Everybody with me. That's good. Be happy. And be like, oh, I felt the tingle. Felt the spirit in there. We were singing that song. We were singing Swing Low, Sweet Chair. Man, that was so beautiful. I felt the spirit in there. The white man's like, good. That's the only spirit you're going to feel. How much money did we make today? How much money? Good. Let's take this show on the road. Who's becoming a billionaire while you're getting millions? I don't think we understand the difference between millions and billions, because we think in our mind, well, they millionaires. Okay. Let me do it. Let me tell you like this. If I make 20 million and I give you 2,500, is that equivalent? That's the difference between now. The million deficit is bigger than the billion deficit is way bigger than that, being separated from the million. So the way you feel so slighted when I said, hey man, I made 20 million. I'm gonna give you a good salary. I'm gonna pay you $5,000. You're like, oh man, I'm getting paid $5,000. That's how the millionaires look. The basketball players, LeBron James is a $5,000 man.
Good night.
That's how you got to look at it. Because he's making his bosses billionaires. You're looking at LeBron like, I want to be like him. I want to make $5,000, son. Hey, Mazza, can I play basketball too? I want to play football. I want to get in the boxing ring and be like Floyd and get my brain knocked loose like Muhammad Ali, while they're just sitting there like, yeah, let's have it at this arena. Let's have this. We're going to sell the tickets at this amount for them to go in there and beat the hell out of each other. Let me know what the tab is for the end of the night. I'm going to be in another country drinking and having sex with my wife and my boyfriend. That's what they're going to be doing. Send me the tab for the night. I got a deposit, baby. We just got $200 billion from that play tonight. Go ahead.
No, so like you said, don't forget they sleeping with the children too.
Oh yeah, gotta have the kids there too. You know they love the kids.
Preferentially, yeah. They.
What Martin say? Martin love the kids. Well, they do too. They just love them a little differently than Martin do. Go ahead.
Now, if I could, sir, I saw a video on TikTok the other day, and it was like a brother working at Amazon. And he was like, you go into your break room, and they're like, hey, congratulations, we just made $7 trillion for the quarter. He go a pizza party and donuts. You know what I'm saying? It's like it.
Welcome. That is, they require of you mirth. And you know what? Guess what all the black people in there did? Yay! They got pepperoni? Baby, you go home, tell your rib like you accomplished something. We just got the company, $7 trillion. And if you miss one day of work, you're gonna be on the streets. Yeah. They couldn't even give you 10% of that. 10% of that would have changed all of your lives and put you in a better position to work harder for them. They require of you mirth while they give you nothing. Keep going.
Come. Verse 4. How shall we sing the Lord's song in a strange land?
How what?
How shall we sing the Lord's song in a strange land?
How are we going to be happy singing to the Lord in hell, in captivity? Keep going.
Come. Verse 5. If I forget thee, O Jerusalem, let my right hand forget her cunning.
He say, listen, when I forget about my homeland, then I forget how to fight. When I forgot about Jerusalem, my right hand, that jab ain't working no more. That's what's happening. Keep going.
Come. Verse 6. If I do not remember thee, let my tongue cleave to the roof of my mouth.
If I don't remember my homeland and my people, then I would rather do what? My tongue cleaved to my mouth. What does that mean? Go ahead.
I mean, you can't speak. You can't sing.
You can't do nothing. I'd rather die. I'd rather not even be able to speak if I can't talk about home. If I can't, I'm not finna sing. I'm not gonna sing. I'm not even gonna talk if I can't talk about Jerusalem. Go ahead.
Come. If I prefer not Jerusalem above my chief joy.
What are you singing? Would you please stand for the national anthem?
Right.
And you getting up there and you, say. You singing that song like it's the Lord's song. You singing that song at the end, you holding the notes, you screaming, the crowd is going crazy, and you are talking about slavery. God. The next verse that you're not singing is about how it's about your blood and your ancestors dying. That's the verse you're not singing. And you, the slave, are required to be happy. You know how happy black people are when they get the opportunity to sing the national anthem in sports and entertainment. That's what's happening, and it's been happening. And they've always wanted you to be happy with just being a servant. Keep going.
Oh God. Verse 7. Remember, O Lord, the children of Edom in the day of Jerusalem.
What's the first thing he said to do? Remember what?
Remember, O Lord, the children of Edom in the day of Jerusalem.
Like, Lord, please don't forget about these white people. In the day that we finally get out of this hell that we in, David is dealing with Babylon. Them Persians. He say, yeah, these Persians, these they some problems. But don't forget about the white man.
Right.
Like, yeah, these Persians, yeah, I feel you in these Persians. But Edom, that's the real problem. Remember Edom when it's our day to bring justice to the earth. Go ahead.
Come. The children of Edom in the day of Jerusalem, who said, raise it, even to the foundation thereof.
What the white man say when they run into your city? When they run into Black Wall Street.
Right.
When they burn crosses in your yard. What they say? Burn it down. Burn it down. Even down to the what?
Even to the foundation thereof.
Yeah, your granny was in the house with their mama and her brothers and nephews and her children. And white people knew they were in the house. And they would sometimes board the house up so you can't get out. Or when you tried to get out of the house, they would shoot you when you're running through the woods to get away. White people burn down your houses and your communities. David said, please don't forget them. And what do you do now? You love them. You marry them. You say, we should all come together. David don't want to come together with the Edomites. Keep going.
Going, Con. Verse 8. O daughter of Babylon, who art to be destroyed, happy shall he be that rewardeth thee as thou hast served us.
He said, man, y'all got to be destroyed. You the daughter of Babylon. Babylon was a bad joker. But you worse than Babylon. He said, you got to be destroyed. Who ought to be destroyed. Keep going.
Going, Con. Verse 9. Happy shall he be that taketh and dasheth thy little ones against the stones.
It's going to be a happy day when somebody get your kids like you got ours. It's going to be a good day when somebody do unto you as you have done unto us. Keep going.
Going, Con.
That's it.
So that's it.
That's what David prayed for. That's what David's song was about. Them being destroyed for doing something to you. What was the point of me saying all this? I don't even remember. Just remember that being an entertainer is not what the Lord wants for you.
Go ahead. Sir. No, it's heavy because the only way that we able to exclusively prefer and love one thing is in entertainment. Like you can have a favorite basketball team, you can have a favorite soccer team and exclusively support and love that team. But when it comes to your nation, then now you racist and
yeah, that's a fact. Any more questions?
Con, there's one in the chat. Sister from Dallas, she said, any suggestions to lift myself up when I keep disappointing myself, the Most High, and loved ones?
Don't disappoint yourself, the Most High, and loved ones. What the hell does that mean? Any suggestions when I keep going out here and killing people? I'm a killer. I'm a murderer. Can you give me some pointers on how I can lift myself up after I kill people? Why don't you just not do it? You know, there's a thing that's called self what?
Control.
Control. You don't have no self-control. What's making you do this thing? Nothing's making you do it. You're doing it because you want to. And then after you do it, you want us to say, oh, we understand why it's 10 bodies in the street. Yeah, we understand. We know you just don't have no control over yourself. No, we don't understand. We don't. God doesn't understand. Your loved ones don't understand. Nobody cares about your excuse about why you're so weak. You being weak is not an excuse. You better get strong. What you better get, or we won't have to care about you being weak because you won't be breathing. You know, that's the counsel. You better change or you won't have to worry about changing. Because what kind of people can't change?
Dead people.
Dead people don't change. They don't. What counsel do you have for when you let everybody down? You act like there's no other choice. Well, I was faced with the option of letting people down and not letting people down. What am I going to do? This is just a tough decision. Then that means nobody can be trusted around you. That means children can't be trusted around you. That means I should make sure I take my wallet and my keys every time I see you. That means that somebody should grab their purse because you can't be trusted, because you may get a thought to let the people down. You may have some type of emotional thought that makes you say, you know what? Because of this stress, I got to steal from you. You don't have no self-control. Then you're not trustworthy. Or you could just do what grown people do, and you can fight the desire to let people down. how disappointed. Everybody act like I'm just like I'm just above smoking weed. How would y'all feel if I walked in here high? Right? What if I came in here and I was clearly high? Right? I'm talking about eyes red, I'm tripping, and then I say, well, my bad, I let y'all down. I'm sorry. How would you feel? Caucus
I would not understand. I would be definitely let down, and I would not understand.
Would you just forgive me? Hey, Salakia, brother, I let you down. Salakia, I smoked that weed. I had to see what it was like, man. I ain't smoked in over 10 years. Salakia, I let you down, brother. How can I repay you for letting you down? Will you ever forgive me? You're back. Yeah, I forgive you, sir, but you'll never see me the same.
Right.
If Commander General Hunter, if somebody posts a video of Commander General Hunter Poet smoking a cigarette, sitting on the porch like this, brothers would be devastated.
Right.
It would destroy brothers. You don't know how much impact you have on somebody's life until you let them down. You don't know how this is not such a small thing. It's small to you. Why is it small to you? Because you want to do it. That's why it's small, because you really don't care about everyone else. You're only thinking about this right here. You're only thinking about what you want and how you feel. Just imagine how everyone else would feel if you did this and they found out you did it. That's how you should live your life. You shouldn't live your life thinking about just you. You should live your life thinking about everyone else. How is this going to affect everyone else? I have to live my life like that every day. And this is another thing you have to know. You're not going to get away with it. If you think that you can get away with it, you're going to try it. And you're going to get exposed in the worst way. You're going to get exposed. Ooh, like, what's that dude name? Your boy, the lady, the girl that do it, the series, she on season 6 of Genesis, dude. Ooh, yikes. What was the one before him? What was his name? The gorilla? That's the worst way right there, brother. What was done in the dark came to the sunlight. Well, did he think about the men under him? Did they think about the men that were following them? They only thought about what they wanted and how they felt. You understand what I'm saying? Now, I don't make excuses for making mistakes. So that's why I don't make them. So I won't have to let anyone down. Because there are people that look at you and love you and they get strength from you. Your children look up to you and they say, man, I want to be like my father. I want to be like my mother. But what do you give them? What kind of example are you giving them? You require so much from them. You require your children to not curse, not steal, not do this, but you do it. So, you one of those do as I say, not as I do parents? No, it don't work like that. No, that's not how life works. Don't give yourself an excuse to be weak. Be strong. The best Salakia is what? You don't say that no.
No Salakia.
Never having to say Salakia. That's the best one. Never having to say, I was wrong, my bad. That's the best one. Because if you saying it, then, that's weak. All right. Next.
There's no more questions in the chat.
Any questions in the room? No questions in the room? Come on.
I did have have one on it was a scripture that you pulled earlier, but it wasn't the one you was looking for. But I was just wondering, I think it was in Proverbs 21. And
say pop like it's dropping. Oh boy. Go ahead.
Salakia. Proverbs 21 and 24.
Proverbs 21, 24, you say?
Come on, Con. I'll start a couple at 22. So the book of Proverbs, chapter 21, verse 22. A wise man scaleth the city of the mighty and casteth down the strength of the confidence thereof. Verse 23. Whoso keepeth his mouth and his tongue keepeth his soul from troubles. 24. Proud and haughty scorner is his name, who dealeth in proud wrath. That's the part that I wanted to understand. What is he talking about right here?
Read the verse after that.
Come with Con. Verse 25. The desire of the slothful killeth him, for his hands refused to labor.
All right, go back up to where you started at.
Come with Con. Book of Proverbs, chapter 21, verse 22. A wise man scaleth the city of the mighty and casteth down the strength of the confidence thereof.
Keep going.
23. Whoso keepeth his mouth and his tongue keepeth his soul from troubles.
What is this talking about? This is talking about the way of a king and how he's supposed to operate. The king, right? And you have a wise king, you have wise kings, and you have foolish kings. And this is saying if you're a leader, you have to watch what you do, or it can affect everyone. And it said, whosoever keepeth his mouth and his tongue keepeth his soul from trouble. A lot of people get into trouble and drama and all kinds of things because of what they say. They don't know how to watch their mouth. When it's talking about scaling the city, when you're a leader, you have to pay attention to everything. You got to watch everything around you. You have to watch what you say. You have to watch what you do. You know what you don't have a lot of time to do? You know what you don't have a lot of time to say when you're a leader?
Salakia.
Yeah, you don't get no Salakias. Who the hell wants to hear Salakia from the leader? You shouldn't lead then. You should follow.
Right.
Somebody else should be in the front that doesn't have to say, oh, my bad. Oh, you right. You right. My bad, it's on me. Nah, you're not ready to lead. This is what it's telling you. Leaders got to watch what the hell they say. You can't just be saying anything, just speaking and, saying whatever comes to your mind or whatever's on your heart. People say, I had to get that off my heart. It was heavy on my heart. There's a lot of things that's heavy on your heart, but when you're a leader, you have to know what to say and what not to say. Keep going.
Going, Con. Verse 24. Proud and haughty scorner is his name, who dealeth in proud wrath.
A haughty, prideful man deals in proud wrath, meaning he is going to do evil things in judgment through pride. That's how he's going to do. Donald Trump deals in proud wrath. He says, hey, send missiles over here for this. Oh, you don't want to listen? What does he always say has to happen? Iran, they're going to make a deal. They didn't want to listen to us. We're going to cut off their food supply. We're going to cut off the water. We're going to cut off this. What is that? Proud wrath. That's all it is. It's arrogance. And he said, oh, they want to make a deal. Now we're going to feed them again. Oh, now they want to listen. That's proud wrath. That's evil, though. And as a leader, you can't be emotional. You understand?
Gotcha.
Because what you're doing, it affects everyone. What you're saying, it affects everyone. And you have to know how serious what you do and what you say is. You don't want to be someone that is not taken serious because you don't say things that are serious.
Come on. The water, sir.
Any more questions?
It's a brother in the chat. He just said, Shalom, Adawan, can you break down First Chronicles, chapter 2, verse 34, 35? But mainly break down 34. Christians try to use the verse to show the mother changed the lineage, the water in advance.
First Chronicles what?
Chapter 2, verse 34. This is the book of First Chronicles, chapter 2, verse 34. Now Shushan had no sons, but daughters. And Shushan had a servant, an Egyptian, whose name was Jarah. And Shushan gave his daughter to Jarah, his servant, to wife, and she bare him a tie.
Okay, what's the other scripture that he's saying that they use it for?
He said they use this verse to show the mother changed the lineage.
Changed the lineage? Go ahead.
So what they trying to say is like, because she had no sons, they said they had no sons.
Mm-hmm.
And I think later on, I think Shushan, I think is his name, like they was given married to another king or something like that, which made them married to somebody else, which now made the children Israelites because of the mother. Because it's something like that. Like they try to break it down.
I don't understand the question. I would have to understand the question to break it down. And I don't know what you're trying to say. Can you just give me a little more details of what it is?
The brother said, verse 34, due to not having sons. What it sounds like he's saying is the lineage, like, you know, the lineages of the father.
Right.
It sounds like he's saying Christians say that the lineage was changed to the mother due to him not having any sons in verse 34.
Yeah, I don't see what it's. Read it again. Maybe I'm. Go ahead. What you got?
Okay, Consor. So in 34, it says Shushan had no sons, which is the brother, but only daughters. And Shushan gave his servant, the Egyptian, whose name was Jahar, gave him his daughter to marry. So they're saying that right there because Shushan gave his son over gave his daughter over to a heathen. Now that's how they classify like the bloodline coming through the mother now.
No, I don't get. I'm still. Salakia. You're gonna have to ask this question to Captain Zoriak. I don't understand what you're trying to say, because even with it saying the Egyptian, how do you know that the Egyptian is not an Israelite? If somebody asks you, are you an American citizen? What would you say? No, I'm an Israelite. No, you're not gonna say that. You're gonna say, yes, I'm an American. So when they write it down, they're going to say Yatazaq the American. Does that mean I'm white? If they said IBR the European, does that make you a white man? It's just your citizenship. So even with them saying that this person is an Egyptian, it doesn't mean that they are an Egyptian. Because what was Paul?
A Roman citizen.
A Roman. But Paul was a Roman from the tribe. Give me that. Give me that. What's that? Romans 11:1. Maybe that'll help you understand.
This is the book of Romans, chapter 11 and verse 1. I say then, hath God cast away his people? God forbid.
Now, where's the one where you say he is a Roman? Oh, come on. Okay, Acts 22.
27 or 25?
27.
This is the book of Acts, chapter 22 and verse 27. Then the chief captain came and said unto him, tell me, art thou a Roman? He said, yeah.
He said what?
He said, yeah.
I thought Paul was an Israelite. He said, hey, ain't you a Roman? Paul said, yeah. But then Paul backed door in the book of Romans and said what? Go back to that. And then what we just said.
This is Romans chapter 11 and verse 1. I say then, hath God cast away his people? God forbid. For I also am an Israelite.
I'm an Israelite. Wait, Paul is a Roman? He an Israelite and what?
Of the seed of Abraham.
From Abraham.
Of the tribe of Benjamin.
From the tribe of Benjamin. Damn. 4 different identities? Is that what you're trying to say? You don't understand the Bible because you are religious. And you don't understand that this book is deeper than the propaganda you're trying to push. Because you're trying to save everybody. And I think majority of the questions that people ask like this is because they're pushing an agenda to unify everybody. So they're trying to find a way to make us, some type of heathen or something like that when, we are who we are and it is what it is. All right. Hopefully that helped. Any other questions?
Lie, sir.
So, I had something. I went into it already about the taxes, about you being a slave. But let me show you. Give me Joshua 17 and 13. Let me show you what happened when you are on top.
This is the book of Joshua, chapter 17, verse 13. Yet it came to pass, when the children of Israel were waxing strong, that they put the Canaanites to tribute.
They put the Canaanites to what?
To tribute.
Guess what? This is how it look when you are on top. You start to get taxed. You start to get taxes sent to you. You start to get people paying their 10% to you. You start to receive what from them? What do you receive from them? Tribute. What do we call tribute? What 10% do we pay?
Tithes.
Tithes. We pay tithes. The strangers that are not children pay what?
Tribute.
Tribute. That's what it is. Every time a white man drops some money in the bucket, I've had heathens that would come to camp every week and give us their tribute. And I used to always say, it's like a general, we had some heathen come out here and pay his tithes. He was like, Israelites pay tithes. Heathens pay tribute. And I was like, oh, okay. And then I would call them back, like, yeah, they came and dropped their tithes off. Yatazaq, what did I tell you? So like, sir, they dropped off their tribute. Then he took me to these scriptures and started to show me where the heathen paid tribute. Then he showed me where Christ said it. Who pays tithes and who pays tribute? Well, the children are free because they don't have to pay tribute. This is what it looks like when you're free. Other nations are coming to give you money. You know what you should be doing? You should be getting on these platforms and talking to these people, and they say, I want to help the movement. How can I help out the movement? How can I help the Israelites? Tell them to do what? Pay tribute.
Right.
This is how you know that they know who the Lord is with. When they start to drop and put their money where their mouths are. A fool for Satan. You got fools for Christ, you got fools for Satan. That's what when I see people jumping in the chat saying dumb stuff, it just lets you know that they know that the time is short. Because it sounds so they sound so desperate with the things that they're saying. It doesn't even have any mirth. It doesn't even have any weight to it. It's just a desperate cry because they know that that time is short. I love to see it. I appreciate it. I appreciate you coming to class today, false prophet. You need to pay tribute.
Right.
Yeah, send your tribute. That's how we know you're really a follower. Anybody else? Anybody else? Any more questions? What time we got? We right at 2 hours. We right on time. I'll take one more question because I started a little late.
There ain't no more questions in the chat.
Okay.
Unless there's any questions in the room.
Any questions in the room? Come on.
Like you was touching on a little earlier about how our own people be in such a trance of loving the oppressor that they ain't got any love for each other. How do you know when to discern when it's like time to shake them up or it's time to be patient with them? Like, you know, if you got family members that just like, for instance, so ingrained in Christianity and you already done played it the whole way where it's like, all right, like, you know, I'm waiting for you to come to me, you know, but now it's like, all right, you ain't doing it, but you still picking at the situation. Like you still probing at it like, oh, I see you got your little, you know, your little priest thing going or whatever, you know, but it's like, you know, but this really what the Lord talking about is, and not going back and forth with them. How you know when it's like time to blaze on them or just still continue to be patient with them?
Give me Christ speaking to the rich man. How did Christ deal with people that were coming to him? If you want to know how to battle somebody, look at the best battler in the Bible, Christ. And Christ always could tell the spirit that the person came in. You understand what I mean? He could tell that this isn't sincere. This is sincere. So he would deal with you accordingly. But he dealt with all of them the same. So that's what we're going to read. Got that?
Come. It's the book of Matthew, chapter 19, verse 16. And behold, one came and said unto him, Good master, what good thing shall I do that I may have eternal life?
So what's this? This is it seems like sincere question. What good thing must I do that I may have eternal life? I hear what you're teaching, and I kind of mess with it. And I've been doing a lot of it already. Watch what he say. Keep reading.
Come, verse 17. And he said unto him, Why callest thou me good? There is none good but one, that is God. But if thou wilt enter into life, keep the commandments.
Christ is like, okay, imagine somebody come, hey, good brother, hey, good master. Is Christ good? Mike? Of course. Christ was so good, he was what? Perfect. Right. Why did Christ say, why are you calling me good?
Because he giving the glory to the Lord.
Because he knew that the dude calling him good, it wasn't sincere. He buttering him up. Christ's like, why you calling me good? Ain't nobody good but the Father. Right. Like, bro, don't try to come over here buttering me up. And you coming over here with the, hey, I'm trying to get eternal life. How can I get down with the clique? I want to be a disciple. But then Christ says this, keep going.
Come. Verse 18. He saith unto him, which Yahushua said, Thou shalt do no murder. Thou shalt not commit adultery. Thou shalt not.
So he said, keep the commandments. Old buddy said, which commandments? So he started running them down. Keep going.
Thou shalt not steal. Thou shalt not bear false witness. 19. Honor thy father and thy mother, and thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself.
Keep going.
20. The young man said unto him, All these things have I kept from my youth up. What lack I yet?
He said, listen, I'm doing all that already. I'm not sinning. I'm not killing. I'm not stealing. I honor my parents. I'm doing all this already. So what am I lacking? What did Christ say?
21. Yahushua said unto him, If thou wilt be perfect.
If you be what?
Perfect.
If you want to be perfect, then what?
Go and sell that thou hast and give it to the poor.
See, it's one thing to be good, but to follow Christ, you got to take it up a step. You got to be perfect. All right, you already good. You're already doing what you're supposed to do. Well, if you want to take it up a notch, go and do what?
Go and sell that thou hast
Mhm.
and give to the poor.
Now, why is he attacking his money?
Because that's what he loves.
Because that's his God. He keep the laws. He doing all this, but that money is where his heart is. That's his real treasure. Keep going.
Gonna come. And thou shalt have treasure in heaven, and come and follow me.
Keep going.
Gonna come. Verse 22. But when the young man heard that saying, he went away sorrowful.
He went away happy.
Sorrowful.
Go ahead.
For he had great possessions.
Why did he leave sorrowful?
Because he didn't want to do that.
He knew he wasn't doing that. Not going to be able to do it. I've done all the easy things. So how do you deal with a family member or a friend that has a problem? They come to you and say, hey, man, I see what y'all on, this and this and that. You just say that thing that you know they don't want to let go of. Whatever it is, birthdays, Christmas, edge up, weed. And they going to say, they may go away sorrowful because they know they're not going to give that up. And if they don't give it up, then what does that mean about them and God? They don't love him. They don't really want to serve him. They just came over to you because they wanted to seem righteous and holy. Brothers, what did you do when you heard to give up the thing you loved? Did you go away sorrowful? When they said stop selling weed and stop smoking weed and stop doing it, did you go away and say, no? You was like, all right, what else? What, cut the dreads, all that. What you was like, all right, what else? All right, what else? Why? Because you wanted to be what? What Christ say?
Perfect.
Perfect. That's what people don't want to do. So you don't got to argue with nobody. You don't got to go back and forth with them. All you got to do is let them know that thing you know they don't want to let go of. And if they do let go of it, then they want to change. If they don't, then they're going to keep doing what they're doing. It don't take no arguing. Christ didn't argue with nobody. Christ just presented to them the thing he knew they didn't want to let go of. Present to them the thing you know they don't want to let go of. And if they do let go of it, then they ready to serve the Lord.
The water.
And the ball. Go ahead. Mike. Raise your hand.
Live, sir.
So, Cap, sir. Shalom.
Shalom, sir.
Shalom, Lord in Christ. So it was posted on the page that was recently given to me, something about my birthday. And I contacted the camp leader. I said that, you know, I didn't do that. I didn't respond to it, and I didn't do it.
Mm-hmm.
And it did upset me.
Did people say happy birthday to you?
I don't know what it was.
Okay.
I just don't know. All I know is that my picture was posted.
Was your birthday recent?
Yes, it was recent.
Okay.
I believe it was after 12 o'clock. It was because I was up reading and studying.
Mm-hmm.
And so I believe it was like on the day after, the morning after.
Mm-hmm.
It was after 12 midnight.
Okay.
And I did ask. I asked to come off because I'm not a social media person at all.
Mm-hmm.
I only did it for the sake of the school.
Right.
And so I don't know how to resolve that issue other than coming off Facebook.
So you want to leave Facebook because people commented for your birthday?
Kind.
Go ahead.
I'm like that too with social media, but once you put your information in to start your page, your birthday automatically put up. So it's not like you celebrate. Brothers and sisters may not think that you promote it. Facebook automatically does that.
Yeah, when you have to put a date a birth in so they can know what age you are to know that you're not a minor. And so if you put your age in there and people saw that your birthday was, and they say, oh, this is her birthday. Hey, happy birthday. Happy birthday. Let me tell you, don't like the post that says happy birthday. See, a lot of you try to say, I ain't celebrating it, but I'm just liking it. If you like it, then you're celebrating.
So what do you mean like it? I don't think I like it because I didn't respond.
You don't know what likes are, so that's okay. Because it's a little, I think like a thumb. You press the thumb and it lights up. That means you liked it. And I know you don't even know what I'm talking about, which is great.
Well, yeah, that I do know that. Yes,
right. So
but
that thing is, I agree. So if they say happy birthday, you go, I agree. Happy birthday to me. Right?
Well, I really don't know because a whole lot of stuff happens on the phone that somebody else can control. I do know that. Especially from working at Tesla. I do know how a whole lot of cyber stuff can happen. So and the only reason I'm saying that because prior to that, it seemed like someone within the ISUPK first acknowledged happy birthday to you, sister, or whatever. And I was like,
you sure it was somebody in the ISUPK? It could have been one of them cyber Tesla bots, like you just said. You said Tesla. You said Tesla is doing something.
I don't know. Maybe it could have been Tesla. It could have been and probably was, but also it had one of them Israelites' name.
Yeah, it's a lot of people with Israelite name. It probably said Yisrael. It would probably Yisrael Yehuda.
Anyway, I'm just trying to say that that was not me. That it was not me, and it upset me because this is my life.
Well, that's good, sis.
And this is true.
Give her a hand. You hear what that sister said? She was offended that somebody accused her of sin. And you know what her sin was? Pressing like. That is the morality that we have as a people. See, it's people out here that's like, how can I be forgiven for killing? How can you accept me for constantly making the same mistake over and over again? You got some people that's like that. Yeah, I keep doing this thing that I know I'm not supposed to do, but how can I get you to accept me when I do it? And you got other people that's like, yeah, this thing that I don't know how to work is making it look like I'm doing something that I didn't even do. You got two different type of people. I would rather deal with these type of people right here.
Right.
That's like, I don't know how to use this thing and it's looking like I'm doing something wrong. But we also have to deal with the people that's saying, yeah, I'm constantly doing this thing that's wrong. How can I get you to accept it? Since you don't have to worry about it, we know that you don't know. And nobody's offended. Okay? Well, that's good. That's good, sis. We're gonna help you. We're gonna help you get your Facebook knowledge up too. We're gonna get your Facebook precepts. We're gonna give you a precept book for Facebook to help you out. All right. Good job. I know you didn't press it. Give her a hand. She didn't press the like. She didn't press no thumbs. We believe you, sis. We know you didn't. Is there anything else?
Just one brother in the chat. He said, how can I join?
How can I join? What city are you in, brother? Whatever city you're in, you can go to ISUPK and type in that city. Ask him what city you're in, because if we're not in that city, then he needs to give us a call and we can start the zone with you. Let me tell you something. We're in Texas, right? And when we first came into the school in Texas, there was nobody in Texas. There was nobody. There was no one in Houston where we were. So in Dallas, there were brothers in Dallas, but there were no one in Houston. So some of the brothers that was in Houston with me was saying, we should move to New York so that we can join the school. And then we called in across the line, and the brother on across the line, Captain Yatazaq, give him a hand. He said, why don't y'all just start a school in Texas? We were like, damn, we can do that? It's like, yes. That's how this is going to grow. See, a lot of times brothers say, hey, man, I like how y'all brothers move in Texas. I want to move to Texas. Well, what about the brothers in your zone that need the school? What about the brothers in your zone that need what we have in New York and California and Chicago and the places where we are? If everybody moves to one place, then the people in your city and state won't have a place. Well, you know what we did? We went through the struggle of building this. That's what we had to do. You have the council. You have everything you need. All you have to do is contact us. You call us, we'll tell you exactly the same thing we were told to build this. What city is he in?
No, he ain't responded yet.
If you want to get down with the school, just get down, contact somebody to contact somebody, and we'll get you connected. All right? Is that it? We good to go?
God, sir, that's it.
All right, with that, we're going to pass the class over to Precinct Officer IBR. Give him a hand.
This is the Israelite School of University ISUPK security announcements. We're the ISUPK, started out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for new brother and sister. When a new brother and sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They're here to be saluted only. They're here to share themselves with the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother and sister. There's another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6 months period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment, Numbers 18:21, Malachi 3:8-10. Ma'asherah means 10th in the Hebrew. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you, gives it to the Treasury Department or teacher. Priest fund, free will offering for priests, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like. Up and coming holy convocations. We have the memorial and the blowing of the trumpets, which is the first day of the 7th month. This is Friday, September the 11th, 2026. This can be found in Leviticus chapter 23, verses 24-26. Remind Akim and Akwat to check the bulletin board in the hallway. If anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, start wearing all black. Boots, shirt, pant, headband, and scarf. And with that, that concludes our ISUPK security announcements.
With that, Imagine, we're going to turn face, we're going to give a courtesy salute. Men of Israel, Imagine Shabbat. Imagine, Barak. Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shabrakatah. Yahweh Matah, Saw. Imagine, stand to the sisters. We're going to give a courtesy salute to the sisters, men of Israel, Imagine Shabbat. Imagine, Barak. Yahweh Shema, Latah, Hashem, Yahweh Shah. Yahweh Matah, class dismissed.
Because when I found this truth, guess what happened? I put my birthday away. When I found this truth, I put the drugs away. When I found this truth, I quit whoring my sisters. When I found this truth, I started becoming a better man and a better person. Because now I know I'm on that narrow path. Now I know I'm on a righteous path. Now I know what I'm doing is going to get me somewhere.